We are live in the evening. Oh my gosh, the sun's going down. It's just after 9 o'clock. It's a little dark. I'll just go like that. How are you guys? It's been a couple of days and there's a reason I haven't been around. One, we've been super busy. I just got back from the stellar vacation Bible school with the kids. And I intended on letting you in on something. I don't know if you can see it, but maybe the light's not so good. Right in there. I had the worst sty. And first of all, welcome to the Shielded Prepper. This channel's committed to information that expands a prepared mind. Hey, yo, Arizona Lifestyles. My buddy Jason's on. Wherever you're watching this from, whether it's tomorrow or next week, I had to tell you something. And I was coming home, dropped the kids off. They all ran. They're in the pool right now. It's late at night. My wife's making dinner for us. It's going to be kind of a late night, just getting back from the event at our church. And I've had a really bad sty in my eye for the last couple of days. And literally today, it looks awesome. Yet yesterday, it looked like I literally was punched in the face. It was swollen, and it was super embarrassing. I'm like, I can't go live as the Shielded Prepper with a huge... I looked like a pirate. I woke up in the morning, and I have really uncomfortable sleep. Here's why I'm sharing this with you. One, in our preparedness journey, for me and my house, we think like this, and it's kind of an exhausting... It's exhausting at times to live a life of preparedness because we're not thinking about just today. We're also thinking about next time something happens and whether or not the availability of medications is available. Yet Christina, my wife, and I, we carry a lot of these additional medical supplies. And for 2 days, I didn't put anything on my eye. I didn't know what it was. It was just a little agitated. Yet I was driving, I was out showing homes with clients, and I just kind of rubbed my eye a little bit, and all of a sudden it just went, and I was like, oh no, I've got a sty. So I came home and I asked my wife, I said, do we have it? And she goes, yeah, we do. So she started doing treatments. I'm so thankful because it literally took 2 days, and it was the worst one I've ever had. If anyone's ever had a sty before in your eye, put an explosion in the comments or tell me, because it's the most uncomfortable thing. And, you know, everyone always says, oh, yeah, it's from feces or something. I'm like, man, am I with the chickens too much? Is it from washing the eggs? Or I don't know. Yet at the same time, we know that something dirty got into one of my hair follicles. All that to say, it allowed me to sit back and to think about how important it is for us to ensure that our medical pantry is topped off and that it's freshened often and that we investigate what's in there. Band-aids and gauze and sanitizers, private eye patches, you know, that's right, Jason. Yet at the same time, looking for things that we know our family could use. And we all remember back when COVID hit, how instantaneously, boom, the stores were out of hand sanitizers and cold medications and toilet paper. This was it was more of an agitation, yet the president had to get on live TV to the country and say, don't overbuy, don't freak out. And if it ever happens again, there will be a freak out and everything will be gone again. Because people, it's survival of the fittest. Preparedness is about survival of the fittest. And while it's calm, and while inventories are full and freshness is there, and availability is available, we have to have these things, at least something. If you understand this, you understand this. Give it a like. All that to say, I was cleaning my eye up tonight, and I'm like, you know, I'm going to go on and at least sow this seed. So whoever watches this, whether tonight or tomorrow or the next day after, just know that our medical preparedness is as important as food. As important as water in many levels, because if something was to happen, making sure you have proper Band-Aids and medications and Neosporins and sanitize, these are important things. And for women, husbands out there, think about your wives or your daughters. It's important for us. Yeah, that's a chopper. We live real close to the largest joint base in Washington State. So if you want to know kind of where I live, look for the largest joint base in Washington State, and it's right next to, and it's ran by the Air Force. So there's a key for you. And it has been super active. Why? I don't know, but they're flying choppers and we're seeing airplanes fly all over the place, way more. So we're getting ready. So we know that the fall is when many economists are predicting the real shift, another big shift in the economy is going to happen. And looking back in history, many wars are kicked off in the fall, governments fall in the fall, economies fall in the fall in greater ways. In 2008, the great housing crisis happened in the fall. Right now, we are on the precipice of a big shift that's happening specifically in commercial mortgage-backed securities. And we know that's going to be shifting. So right now, we've got some time. Inventory's there. People are enjoying their summers and they're off just doing stuff. And it's okay to go do stuff. And it's very important to ensure that we have a home that's thinking about preparedness. Food, stack your pantries, have a lot. You buy the things that your family loves to eat and stock reserves. I'm just going to say this, have at least 6 months of food. Some people freak out. I have way more than that. Yet, when you say 6 months of food to feed your family, that's pretty intense. The average person eats around 800 pounds of food a year. So if you've got 5 people in your family and you divide 800 in half or 400 pounds by 5, I mean, you're talking a ton of food. Literally, a ton. Having water, a lot more than just bottled water is backs up. Things that you can use to flush toilets or ways. If you've got a pool, like all of you in Arizona, you'll be able to flush your toilets unless you want to filter chlorine water or something like that. Yet at the same time, have water, have preparedness of security. This is going to be really important at some point in the future. And getting it now while it's available is super important. So if you don't have security at an excellent level, start thinking about that. And I know all of this stuff takes money. So I'm going to give you an example of how we're adding to our preparedness. Tomorrow, a friend of mine who lives out of state asked me if I could help him with a client, and this client forgot to paint their stairs for pictures of new construction, some section. So I'm going to go over there and he's going to pay me $500 for the day to paint his stairs. And I'm going to take that $500 and I'm going to invest it in our preparedness. My wife and I just talked about it. I don't have to, yet I choose to, because it's an opportunity to take advantage of a day's worth of labor to add to our preps, and it doesn't come out of our normal budget. This evening, as the sun is going down, hopefully it's not too dark on your side. Is it too dark? I don't know if it is. I can't see on the other side. I'm just looking at my cell phone here. Just to encourage you, as simple as a sty is, have those little medications, those things that you know if you get an infection or in your eye that you've got the eye drops. You can buy them online right now. Have those things, just a little extra. It'll bless you. And remember, Proverbs 22, verse 3 says that a prudent man, so a prudent means a prepared, intentional, forward-thinking man or woman, boy, the mosquitoes are coming out, foreseeth danger and hideth themselves. And hide doesn't mean cower in fear. Hide means you hide behind your shield. You look, what do I have to have to ensure that I'm protected so that when I move out to attack, that I've got something to fall back against. Because many people will not have this to fall back on. They will not be able to hide. They will be completely exposed. And they're going to have to run out into the public and have to wager with fighting for toilet paper and food and all those other things. Whereas if we start now and we add more and more to our preparedness, little at a time, you're going to be quite thankful. Proverbs 22, verse 3, and I'll finish it. The prudent man foreseeth evil and hideth himself, and the simpleton passes by and is punished. I have been the simpleton in my life. I have been the one that refused to think about preparedness, and I've been goofed at different times. Having some money on the side, cash at home that I can quickly solve problems with. You understand? So, for what it's worth this evening, thank you for listening, and if you're listening tomorrow, it's a beautiful evening tonight. And Washington State is a great state. Appreciate you guys. I'll see you in the morning. Shalom, Rhonda.